Have you ever wanted a garage or workspace of your very own? How about a pole barn, a business, addition to your house, or even your very own home? But that takes builders, equipment, and tons of money, right? Not anymore. Here's Chuck. My friend Chuck built this 28 by 40 foot garage with a second floor completely by himself using a simple metal joinery system called Lumberlink. The company Socket Systems manufactures Lumberlink in a variety of kits that can be built by contractors or folks just like you. Chuck first cleared the area for his new garage. Instead of mounding the dirt, he put drainage pipe around the outside, connected to the floor drains, and ran his utilities. Using a laser level and string, Chuck marked off the exterior of the building and the position of each pier. He dug his pier holes a little over 3 feet deep. He then made a simple wooden form with a flanged base. After setting and leveling the form, Chuck placed the iron rod support, mixed the cement, and filled the piers. The Lumberlink base plate has 12-inch J-bolts that are pushed into the cement. Chuck made a simple jig, mounted it to the form board, and then fastened it to the base plate, keeping it firmly in place while the cement dried. The pier forms had notches in them to receive the outside form boards. The foundation was now ready for the frames. The frames are made of 6 by 6 inch wood members and slip into the 3/16 steel powder-coated Lumberlink sockets. He set the first frame in place so the tabs on the hinged frame anchor set into the notches on the base plate. Chuck is always working smart, not hard, hooked a winch onto a tree that was dead center on the building. Some pull straps, rope, and a gin pole is all he needed to raise the frame to vertical. A safety rope is important on the backside to keep the frame from falling forward. Once it's in place, just bolt it in. You can use a tractor, truck, or your favorite horse to lift the frames. While the frames were going up, Chuck chose to put his 2x6 purlins on as he went. Looking back, he says he would have rather erected the frames, then put the purlins on from the peak down. Notice anything? There's no trusses, no wasted space. It's a clear span building, ready for a second floor. Chuck chose steel I-beams, and with the help of his tractor and a couple of old wheels, he moved the beams exactly into place. Then, he made a track to guide the I-beams, and connected 2 winches to the top frame at each end. Hoisting a little bit on each side, that beam was lifted right up to the steel floor hanger and bolted in place. Floor joists were easy to connect to the pre-welded tabs on the I-beam. Haunch braces were required to help sturdy the frames, and Chuck chose to put hurricane strapping between a few of the bays, mounted to the Lumberlink foot. With girts in place and the purlins connected, Chuck was ready to start roofing. He devised a lifting system using a remote control winch connected to the front of his tractor, a pulley at the top of the building, and a simple bracket helped lift the 4x8 sheets right into place. Chuck also chose to put furring strips on the purlins to create an airflow channel to the eaves. First roofing paper, then a synthetic underlayment helped to protect the roof. The shingles were lifted with the same remote winch and a hand truck riding up a track mounted to a ladder. Too clever, Chuck. Exterior walls add the final strength to the building. After most of the building was up, Chuck had the cement floor poured by professionals. Okay, so there was one thing he didn't do by himself. Winter is on its way, and Chuck is going to finish the vinyl siding next spring. Garage doors and building wrap will see him through the winter. Lumberlink by Socket Systems is a simple building product approved for stick post building by the 2006 International Building Code. Socket Systems wants to make it easy for everyone to build.